We don't actually know what this is. We just call it the rib breaker.
Welcome to episode 1 of Where I Bike. Where I Bike is a weekly series where I visit bike people and bike shops all around the country. The aim of Where I Bike is to learn more about what they do, where they do it, and why they do it. This week we meet Sam and Rick from Bicycle Ambulance. Bicycle Ambulance started off by them just fixing up their mates' bikes that essentially got out of hand and they needed to open a shop to continue. When they first started this up, it was actually in an old ambulance, hence the name, and it's developed into what it is today. Sam also runs Freshtripe from the shop. It's a website that stocks everything from Velo, Nito, SimWorks and loads more. But let's go over to Cambridge for the very first episode of Where I Bike.
Hey, I'm Sam. I run Bicycle Ambulance and Freshtripe. Come check us out.
Let's talk a little bit about the shop. So can you walk me around and show me where things happen?
Yeah, of course. So we'll start with the website kind of side of things, which is this tiny little office. So this is where I run Freshtripe, our online web shop. We're the Velo Orange UK distributor. We deal a lot with SimWorks and Nito too. Basically all stuff that we really like. Pack it here. Print stuff there. Pretty simple. Yeah. Bunch of stock which has got random labels and random stickers, and usually it's not in the right place, so you do have to rummage a little bit.
Out of all the kind of like brands that you kind of like, and without like upsetting any brands, which is the kind of like really popular stuff that people like come to you time and time again?
A lot of people come back for Nito and SimWorks. Yeah. It's one of those like products which is made so well and so lovely that you kind of, once you buy it once, you're like, oh, actually I think that would be cool on a different bike. So people always kind of come back for that. The thing is, it lasts forever as well, which is great. Velo Orange, the mud guards, really cool. A lot of people love mud guards.
Yeah, rate them.
Yeah, rate them. So yeah, general shop area. We have a few bikes for sale, stuff on the wall that people can check out and buy. This is kind of like your everyday items that people might need from the community that we try and help them out with. And then on this side is kind of like our posher, cool stuff that serve a more niche market. And then we've just got a collection of our own things, basically. So this is my colleagues' old Dura stuff, all fresh and new, and just old, nice bike parts that we like having around, basically. What
would you say, like, out of that kind of like niche older stuff, like, what is there any like proper gems that you've got?
There's a few proper gems in here. We've got this really cool old mech by Hewitt, which is apparently the lightest mech, or it was at one point. Unfortunately it's a little bit broken, but that's really cool. Yeah, it'll never get sold.
No. So how did Bicycle Ambulance first come about, and what inspired the idea of turning an actual ambulance into a mobile workshop?
Bicycle Ambulance came about when we basically got asked too many times by mates to fix their bikes. So we decided to rent a van and then buy a van, which happened to be an ambulance. And we didn't even have a name then, and then it just turned into Bicycle Ambulance. So we got an old ambulance, kitted it out with a couple of jigs, put all our tools in there, and essentially went to one spot or to a company and just fixed bikes there for a day. And then eventually we got a kind of a market stall which was in the bottom of a car park, and we used to get all of our shop out of a container. So all of these used to be in a container. We used to pull them out every day, and we had our jigs there. So then at that point we had another employee as well, where two of us would be running this kind of like market stall, and then Rick, my colleague, would be running the ambulance.
So you emphasize on repairing rather than replacing. Why is that so important?
Then why is repairing? I think repairing is better because you're just putting more life into something. It feels almost nicer to repair something instead of replace it.
I'm gonna say exactly, yeah.
It's like,
I enjoy, well, I think we both do. We actually feel great if you actually fix something. It's not always possible, but I feel that it has become more and more difficult, but it's so much shit just gets thrown away. I'm getting the gist that you like repairing stuff too.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I'm going to make that thing fit and work with that thing if I just tweak it this way. You know, it's like, and the amount of like those kids bikes that's come in here today, you should have seen what we did to make that. We filed down some brake pads because you can't get the brake pads to fit in that disc brake. You know, like took some information on the edge so it fit in there. You know, it's like, if we can, we really do, you know. Sometimes like just not worth it. Like it's a waste of, we make no money out of it, but you just feel, well, I think that you're the same.
yeah.
You just feel better that you fixed it rather than throw it away. You know, it's like, yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not just that I get some money, but I did a thing as well, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's like a longevity thing. It's like I'd rather make something last longer by repairing it instead of just replacing it, because possibly what you're replacing it with is worse than what you can repair. And then moving over to this side, this is like our work area. So you've got two spaces for people to fix bikes. Generally Rick's on one side, I'm on the other. We've got our cutting machine, Philwood spoke cutting machine for our wheel builds. Tool wall with all the cool stuff. I saw Marlon's video, he really likes that tool.
My favorite part of it is the sound.
You kind of got to have it. And then move over to like general repair stock, really. So the kind of bread and butter for stuff that you need all the time. Scrap bins, so we try and recycle as much as we can. Wheel jig, radio up there, got to have music. Then down here you've kind of got all your other odds and sods of cables and brake pads. All your random tools in here, so really weird stuff that you might not see or you might not need every day, but stuff that you can, you need to fix a bike.
So you mentioned the Marlon's favourite tool, and I always ask, what's your favourite tool?
Yeah.
But what's the tool that you never use, but you can't throw it away because you will need it as soon as you throw it away?
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
There's quite a few actually like that. I was thinking this as well. We don't actually know what this is. We just call it the rib breaker. But this basically is the perfect size for bending road caliper brakes.
Oh, okay.
When the pads don't sit properly in the brake and you need to bend the arm, you put that on it and bend it. So without that, you'd have to use a pair of pliers, which is
But that's not what it's designed to do.
I've no idea what it is.
But that's what it's being used for.
That's what we use it for. Potentially, it used to be for breaking ribs on people.
Yeah.
But we call it the rib breaker. I don't know, this guy, I think it's a Cannondale crown race tool.
No, that's a Royce bottom bracket.
It's a Royce bottom bracket tool, okay. A Royce bottom bracket tool.
Yeah.
The kind of thing that we've had for years, use maybe once, but you got to have it and never chuck it away.
Yeah. That's a great one.
Yeah.
Tell me a bit about custom builds. Like, do you do a lot of custom builds? People come to you with an idea, and like, how do you turn that into what could be their dream bike?
Yeah, we do a lot of custom builds, and I think usually it starts from an idea, and that idea is that they may have seen something on Instagram or the internet or a previous bike that they used to own. And they either want to redo it and kind of relive a childhood memory maybe, but generally the way it starts is the customer comes in, they have an idea of what they want, and we say, well, cool, let's get an idea of a frame, and then we say, what kind of wheel set do you want? We might do a custom wheel set for that, something that's purpose for their riding, which is quite important. And then after that, the group set kind of comes, and then the finishing kit, which is handlebars and stem and saddle and bar tape. And you can say, you start at the heart of the bike, which I would say is the frame. Yeah. And then coming from this side, we've got basically customers' repairs where they hang up. No particular order, just wherever they go. Moving on to like courtesy bikes. So when someone leaves a bike here and they need to get away in a rush, we can lend them a bike. So it's kind of helping people out where we can. And then under here, this is like our general mess, basically. So it's a combination of bikes that are waiting to be fixed, so we need parts for, or the customer can't decide what's happening. Going into long-term repairs, which this chap wants a frame spray, so we've got to wait for that. Into, I don't know, random boxes of stuff where people donate stuff to us, which we can then donate on to other people.
Yeah, sick.
And then it comes into stock. So some MKS pretzel pedals and Nito racks. Yeah.
I spotted these bikes before. I was wondering if they were kind of like you did hire and stuff, but that's awesome. The fact you've got like courtesy bikes that people can kind of go away on.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a little niche that a lot of shops wouldn't be able to do. So
because we're quite far out of town as well, it just made more sense to donate our ex-hire bikes into courtesy bikes, just because people need them.
Yeah.
Like Cambridge is quite small, but to walk it is a hassle. So to cycle it is way quicker.
Yeah.
Not that we have many, but we have enough to help the quick turnaround of customers, basically.
Yeah. What would you say when it comes to if you said like I had all the bits, but I wanted to upgrade one bit to be much better? What part do you think it is? Like, what's worth spending your money on? If you can spend it on one part, which one would it be?
On like you've got the dopest bike already, the poshest bike, or you've just got some commuter?
Somewhere in the middle. So it's like you've got some cool stuff. It is a cool bike. It's good, and I want it to really kind of take me home. And like I need that one thing. I've got a bit of cash. I could spend it on one more thing, and like get something a bit more spendy.
If you want to go bougie, I would say Chris King headset. It's got to be Chris King headset. Like, you don't use it. Well, you do use a headset, but you use it like that. A very small amount.
Yeah.
You don't turn your bike like that. So you don't even get the full use out of a headset, in my opinion. But tyres as well. It's a boring upgrade, but a good fast tyre will make your bike feel better. I don't know, chain set. I think a chain set always looks good. If you have a posh looking chain set, that sets a bike off, I think. Yeah. And then we've got the kitchen kind of side, which is also our random pile of stuff side. A nice bean grinding machine that our neighbours gave to us.
Oh, sick.
Which doesn't really work super well, but works well enough. Sink. This is our little toilet area. Not much going on, and then and then in there when it's really cold in here, we use those Carhartt bibs.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because it gets super cold in here.
Yeah.
Because we're a bike shop and we're stubborn, we don't want to put the heat on.
I don't think bike shops use heating. I think that's a general rule.
It's just a general rule, If you're not pumping tyres,
So
all right, and then upstairs is our stock area, but watch your head if you do come up.
Yeah.
So up here, this is basically where we keep all our stock for Freshtripe.
Yeah.
So all the stuff that you can find online is basically in boxes on one side, and then a lot of empty boxes for packing. And then this side is overstocked for the shop that can't be out. And then basically as you come deeper, we've got just basically boxes, empty boxes for mud guards to go out, one of my bikes. And then all secondhand stuff. So if people need something, we can just donate them to them or give it away, just whatever really. And then just random stock and bits and bobs that just gather, as bike shops do. They seem to gather stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We didn't mention the frames and bikes that are up on the ceiling.
Oh yes. Okay.
There's a couple that I spotted are quite fancy looking. So what are these ones here?
Basically the frames, well, all the bikes really are our collection of stuff that we've just gathered over the years that we don't often ride. So we have like a really nice old Schwinn here, which is Rick's. the Jack Taylor Tandem, which basically really liked the colour, and that had sat in his shed for 10 years until we got to this space, and then one day we decided to put it up.
I reckon I'd had that before we started the shop.
Oh, maybe,
So
okay.
maybe I had that for maybe like over 20 years.
All right. Well, it's sat in a shed for a long time.
Yeah. It's really like
And then, so those never get ridden. And then the Velo Orange, the Pass Hunter, Velo Orange gave that to us years ago, or when we started doing distribution, it came with the distribution. We built it up to basically have a show bike. So if we ever go and do an event, or we do a bike ride where we can take the van, at least you can go on the top of the van. It kind of makes it look cool. And it's just a really nice bike. The other fixed gear bike here, the orange one, and then there's a grey one over here. They're mine and Rick's. And the brand on it is McVillain, and that's a brand we started years ago.
Oh, sick.
But never gave it much time. And that was easily 12 years ago that we started that brand. And over the years, we just kind of had bought frames and sold them to Cambridgeshire, really. So never really got it online. And it's something we might start again one day, something we might not. But we built the grey road bike for when the Tour de France came through Cambridge, and that did a rounds in the shops, which were quite nice. So we lent it out to other shops to have as a window display. And then the BMXs, the Rally Burners, and the Wife Beater, they're Rick's old bikes, and his kids learnt to cycle on the Rally Burners, which are pretty cool. It's kind of a good way to do it.
Good. So good.
Yeah, the Orbit is mine. It's a old touring bike, which I turned into a clunker. I guess clunker.
Yeah, it's cool.
And then Orange Prestige, I think.
Prestiges,
Yeah, 2 Orange Prestiges, which are, one is Rick's and one is his partner's. The All City's Rick's. The Kona is Rick's old bike as well. Yeah, so it's just a collection of our bikes that we ride every now and then. Basically.
Yeah. What would you say has kept you so into bikes all these years, and why you think you're going to continue doing it?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think it's partly the creative side of bikes, that someone keeps coming up with new things that I quite like the look of. When you repair something or fix something or replace something, you always get that feeling of happiness. It's like instant. So I guess that's part of it as well. Generally just riding bikes. I like being outside in nature. I like riding bikes. I like hanging out with like-minded people. Coffee always helps. Yeah, I don't know, just generally like bikes. It's just that simple. I don't think there is anything else to it. I don't know. Makes me look sad.
That brings us to the end of the very first episode of Where I Bike. Massive thank you to Rick and Sam for letting me hang out for the day. If you want to go and share some love, go check them out. Their website and Instagram and stuff is down below. But thanks again, guys, for letting me come and hang out. This is a weekly series, so here's a little sneak peek of what to expect next week.
So I'm Wayne, Tailwind Cyclery, which is here. Come in and have a look.
So to keep up with the series and the channel in general, do feel free to subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free and it helps me out a bunch. And if you can't wait to the next video, that one up there is a particularly good one.